No Jaylen Brown, no Kristaps Porzingis, and definitely no problem. The Boston Celtics take the 1 seed in the Eastern Conference on the road in one of the toughest arenas to play in. The Celtics defeat the Philadelphia 76ers. What a great game tonight, guys. Both teams 8-2 going into tonight. The 76ers were the 1 seed, and like I said, the short-handed Celtics take care of business on the road. Jason Tatum pretty much put the dagger into the Sixers fans' heart downtown in the final minute of this one to put the Celtics up 113-105 before them finishing this thing out for victory. We saw a lot of great things from both teams tonight, so let's just dive right into this thing. First, we're going to talk about the winner, the Celtics, and then we're going to talk about the Sixers. First and foremost, like I said, I liked early in this game the actions that we saw the Celtics and Joe Mazzulla call up for Jason Tatum, as we saw Jaylen Brown not in this game, as well as Kristaps Porzingis not in this game. They did a really good job of moving off the ball and trying to just get Tatum into his own actions. Really good shout out for Delano Bain tonight, my apologies. Former Toronto Raptor. Had a lot of fun watching him actually play in the G League, and it's cool as the Celtics were shorthanded tonight that he got a good amount of minutes. He had a pretty crucial steal on Joel Embiid at the half court. He poked it out from behind him. He grabbed a couple of rebounds tonight. Just a really plus positive player. A big shout out to Al Horford tonight. For multiple reasons. First of all, it's been deemed for many years now that Joel Embiid, or the Joel Embiid stopper, is Al Horford. And Al Horford, a very prideful man, but he swallowed this pride this season and took that role on the bench so that Kristaps Porzingis could start. And tonight, he got promoted to that starting position and absolutely killed it. In the beginning of this game, he did such a great job of locking down Joel Embiid and just kind of boxing him out. Him and Drew Holiday, the boxing out tandem, did amazing. I think Drew finished with 10 or 11 rebounds tonight. They just did such a good job of doing that. And not only that, for Al, I think on the offensive side of things, he did such a great job of capitalizing on the opportunities he had from downtown. He's had a struggling start to the season, but tonight he knocked down 4 triples, guys, and was more than solid for the Boston Celtics. Another thing I liked from the Celtics tonight was Jason Tatum's ability from the mid-range. When he is in the mid-range isolation, he's automatic. I want to say he probably had 4 or 5 turnaround jumpers. Didn't matter if it was on Tobias Harris, didn't matter if it was on DeAnthony Melton or Tyrese Maxey. He was getting whatever he wanted whenever he did want it. It was interesting up until the dagger in the fourth quarter, though. He was scoreless. I want to say for the first 7 to 9 minutes in the fourth quarter, he was scoreless. I did think that was very interesting. However, these things happen, and Jason and the Celtics did such a good job of taking care of business tonight. Shout out to Luke Cornett in this one. I think he did a really good job on the offensive glass in the last 6 minutes of this game. Obviously, this is kind of a scary matchup for him, as the reigning MVP is just going right at him whenever Al is on the bench. For Al and Luke, these are huge shoes to fill as you try to stop, like I said, the reigning MVP. Another guy I got to give some love to is none other than Derek White. Tonight, Derek White was absolutely stellar on offense. 4 for 8 from 3, 7 for 12 from the field, finished with 25 points and dished out 5 assists. And as well as that, he only had 2 turnovers while he was given a lot of ball handling responsibilities. I think Derek White, I've talked about this a million times on this channel, I think he's the perfect 5th or 4th option on a championship level team, guys. He is just so great at knowing his role. He's so great at playing offense, and he's a very, very pesky defender. And not to mention, I think this season he's shooting like 43% from 3. And tonight, like I said, as he went 4 for 8, that clearly just did not stop. Big game from Drew Holiday tonight as well. Like I said, he had 10 rebounds, but to go with those 10 rebounds, he also had 18 points, guys. Drew Holiday has been, I don't want to say a quote-unquote shell of his former self, because his shots have gone from 16 attempts the last season to 10 attempts this season because he's in a system with so much more offensive firepower and offensive talent. But Drew Holiday, guys, just such a talented and gifted NBA player. He did a killer job tonight. Last thing I do want to say about the Celtics, just some love in general to Sam Hauser. I would like to see you move off the ball a little bit more, but from downtown, you're absolutely stellar. Tonight was the worst 3-point performance you've had all season, and I doubt that you have more like this. He's shooting, I think, like 56% from 3, something ridiculous. But Al Horford with the 5 blocks. Just shorthanded win on the road, guys. Just absolutely amazing play by the Boston Celtics. Way to limit the turnovers as well, only 9 on the night. Very just great game from the Celtics. And now for the Philadelphia 76ers. There's a lot of good things to take from a loss like this. Obviously, if you're Nick Nurse and the Philadelphia 76ers, this Boston team is one that you think you're going to probably see in the second round or in the Eastern Conference Finals this year. I mean, that's, the goal, I would love to say. A win like this would be something you would love to have in, 80 or 90 games or so once you get into the playoffs. This would be a game you'd love to look back on and think, okay, they were shorthanded. We were at home. We know exactly what to look for in these certain matchups. The matchups are a little less diluted. They're a little more specific. You would have loved to have this win. It sucks that you lost, but like I said, there are some pros. Pro number 1, Tyrese Maxey continued to look great, as well as D'Anthony Melton. D'Anthony Melton was lights out from 3 tonight, 5 for 6. D'Anthony Melton is one of my favorite role players to watch in the NBA. I even liked his stint in Memphis, if you guys remember when he played there. A lot of love to Robert Covington tonight, guys. Offensive rebounds, defensive rebounds, steals in transition, knocking down open jump shots, a lot of putbacks, guys. This is one of those games where if you're a Clippers fan, it was so hard to watch because Robert Covington was not played much in that system. But I like that they gave Rocco a ton of minutes tonight instead of the Marcus Morris minutes. I hope that they do not have much of those going forward. Off the bench tonight, Paul Reed was really electric as he had 10 points and 6 rebounds to go with a block as well. He had a crazy one-handed palm rebound on the offensive glass tonight. I think the thing about the Philadelphia 76ers is this is just a tough loss, but like I said, and I keep reiterating this, there were some good things from tonight. I think Tobias Harris overall this season has looked a lot better on the offensive side of things, which is good. I don't know if James Harden not being there helps his confidence and ability to knock down open shots. We're already seeing Joe Mazzulla and other head coaches play Tyrese Maxey much different. We're seeing so much more attention to him. For Joel Embiid tonight, I feel like, funny enough, he was the only problem I really had. He did a good job facilitating out of double teams, as he had 7 assists tonight, but I don't think he was big enough on the glass. 9 rebounds, 20 points, minus 23. Minus 23 on the box plus minus, guys. And only 33 minutes while Tobias and Covington and Maxey are all playing more than 37. Maxey actually clocked 39 tonight. Just a great game tonight, guys. A lot of good things that I saw from the Philadelphia 76ers and their sets. I think they did a great job of coming back from this thing. The second quarter was absolutely stellar for them. The first quarter was not. This just seemed like a very back and forth game, if I'm being honest with you guys. Boston had 37 in the first, Philly had 22. Philly had 36 in the second, Boston had 20. If the Sixers were just a little bit more consistent in their sets tonight and they went back to a lot of what Nick Nurse was calling in that second quarter, I think this one could have been different. But what do you guys think? This was definitely one of the games of the years. At halftime, it was a 1-point game. Fourth quarter was extremely close. There was the Tyrese Maxey had an and one that lit the crowd up in Philly. If you guys like hoops, please be sure to consider subscribing. I appreciate you guys' support as always. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Stay happy, healthy, and blessed. Peace.